Thanks for joining me for another ball review. This one is for the Roto Grip MVP. My layout is 5x5x3, which puts the pin over the ring finger for me. Here at Westridge, we're on the house shot with a bunch of open play carry down on it, which made it feel like a longer and heavier sport condition. And at Gage, we'll be on a fresh house shot. I'm going to do something different for this video. I'm going to show you comparison balls first because this is how I film the videos anyway. I only get a few shots each with the comparison ball so you can see everything on the fresh condition instead of throwing a bunch of shots with the featured ball and then show the comparison balls on transition. And in this case, there's a reason. My comparison balls were the High Road and High Road T, which is an overseas High Road Pearl. I picked these mostly because the numbers were the most similar, and the High Road specifically because they share hybrid covers. With the MVP being in the HP2 line, I figured the reaction would be somewhat similar, as I already knew the MVP wouldn't have anything in common with the winners aside from having the same base cover stock formula. The MVP definitely doesn't have anything in common with the winners. It also has nothing in common with the High Roads either. I said in my Idle Pro video that I'd been expecting a hybrid idle instead of another solid idle. Well, we got a hybrid idle too. It's just called the MVP and it's in the HP2 line. The numbers on this ball make no sense, and I'm having a hard time figuring out how to describe it. This is the same lane I filmed the Halo Vision on, by the way, later in the video when I was on the carry down lanes back at Westridge, and I'm adding a shot of the Vision in for comparison here in a minute just to show you what's up. You'll notice the High Road and High Road T not really doing anything. These are pretty big back end balls, easy link, lots of pop down lane, and they were going pretty straight. Now we enter the MVP, which is one of the stronger shiny balls I've ever thrown, period, which is saying something, especially because it's got a medium to medium high RG at 255 and a medium differential at 040, so it's not getting a ton of help from the core. I have no idea what kind of additive Roto put in the new versions of these covers on these upcoming releases, but it increased the traction a pretty staggering amount. The VTC formula was first used on the Hustle HYB as a sanded hybrid, and the winners as a pearl and then a solid, but the 2019 version bears no similarity. This is a ridiculously strong ball, and while it would take a lot to unseat the show-off as the reigning biggest hooking ball at the price point ever, this is the strongest shiny ball at this price point ever, and maybe the next price point up. This is legitimately HP3 or Masterline hook potential, and even on the stronger side there too. The shape and roll really reminds me of balls like the Fringe, Frantic, Eraser Banshee, Punch Out, and kind of the Wrecker, that really heavy, tanky, chuggy, rolly motion that keeps the pin super low but is still somehow quick down lane and really heavy hitting. It shares a few similarities with the All-Out Show-Off, but the All-Out could get a little slow and weak from deeper angles, and as you'll see as we move to Gage, you can get as deep as you want to with the MVP, and it's going to get back and drive. Now, I have no earthly idea why you'd knock the shine off, but if you did, that vaults this ball up into serious hook territory. It's earlier and quite a bit stronger than the Daredevil Danger, plus more continuous. It honestly feels exactly like what I'd want and expect out of an idle hybrid, so my serious recommendation is to ignore the numbers, ignore the name, ignore the price point. Using the ball reaction as my guide, this is a hybrid idle. Aside from all the rambling about the strength, I really like this motion. I have to play left with it though, there's just no way around it. The High Road and High Road T look pretty good from straight at Gage. The High Road a bit more so because this is a medium volume house shot and not quite enough friction for the T. But as I got into third and fourth arrow, they started getting long and lazy and I had to start helping them a bit. They would be more comfortable between second and third arrow, which is pretty straight for me, but as we go to the MVP here, I couldn't get it down the lane from straighter. I seriously don't think I struck once. It was all I could do to just 4-pin, and I didn't get comfortable with it until I got into fourth arrow. Once I got there though, it got really fun. I even kept moving left to see what I could get it to do, and despite being tired from a long weekend and not being able to give it 100% at the bottom, I'm not sure that would have been a good idea anyway. This is an insane bang for your buck ball, which is pretty well what the HP2 lines turned into. The winners were hit and miss, so was the All-Out Show-Off, but this is really back to form for the HP2 line in terms of just embarrassing the competition for the price. Chris Schlemmer has proven himself 100 times over in the last several years with the bombs that Rotos continue to drop, and even when something doesn't quite work out like with the winners, I still like that he's going for it because the majority of the time it does work out and we get stuff like the Halos, Idols, and now the MVP. The idea that this is a light to medium oil ball is just ludicrous, but this is a serious big hooking performance hybrid. So if you're a tournament bowler, take a serious look. And if you're a league bowler that buys one ball a year, this is it. You'll be stunned at what it does for the price. It's another ball that's hard for me to avoid fanboying or going full staffer guy about. The one flaw I can find is it's way stronger than it's marketed. It's an HP2 ball only by that line's reputation, not by the design intent. The MVP releases with the Halo Vision and Idol Pro on August 9th. That's going to be a great day. Thanks for watching.